Hello and welcome back to Sprite Guard Plays HyperRogue. We have had a heck of a run, and I think it is time to plunge into the zebra and see if we can avoid a swift and painful death. Of course, canonically in this game, you don't ever die, you just teleport home. But, yeah, so we're going to be trying to use good zebra strategy, which means not revealing new tiles if we can at all avoid it. And, oh dear, I made a little bit of a miscalculation here, but we're doing just fine. We're gonna wait for this guy. And it looks like another striped dog from a completely different part of the zebra has decided to join the party, but I'm going to create a little bit of a gap here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few steps towards an onyx, and then I'm going to see, okay, have we generated some mobs? Yes, we have. So we're just going to let this guy run up to us. Oh dear. We've got some stuff coming in from that Red Rock Valley over there. So that's a little extra something that we need to be careful about as we make our way to these onyx over here. And so we're going to try and stay on the bridges as much as we can. There we go, there's our first onyx. Going to, once again, oh geez, there's two Red Rock Valleys near us here now. So I'm going to pick these all up. And that has generated some new territory, so we're going to deal with the dogs that has generated, and then I'm going to head back towards the crossroads and see if I can kind of find my way back over there, because what I would like to do is I'd like to travel kind of alongside the crossroads, and I neglected some combat there, which was not the best idea. So these guys can only one of them can get to me. Yeah, they have to line up, so that's good. And then, basically, I'm going to try and stick close to the crossroads, because that will generate fewer zebra cells, because part of the screen is being taken up by the crossroads. And so, hopefully that will spawn fewer mobs, though just going a few steps into the zebra will dramatically increase the number of mobs we generate. Now, we don't have a way out right now. We're up against a wall. And so I want to create a hallway here that we can use to line these guys up. There we go. And then we're going to hook around here. Okay, that eagle is bad news. So I'm just going to wait here for it. There we go. Now, let's see. Okay, so here we have a solid bridge that connects with the crossroads. So this is an area that I actually want to stay in. And I want even to kind of duck out of here, deal with the running dogs. There we go. So I almost kind of want to actually now navigate through the crossroads and kind of find these solid bridges, solid connections that we can use to go back and forth. And that there was a mistake. Hopefully not too costly of a mistake. I'm going to kind of create... Yeah, that will kind of choke them off and make them come around like that. And then we'll deal with this guy. Well, okay, so I misclicked there, but I don't think that was too much of a problem. So then once again, kind of come back to this crossroads and make our way around, see if we can find another zebra that is kind of has the favorable conditions for us to get into it and then get back out. And so this kind of cheese strategy is how I deal with a lot of the lands that I'm not comfortable in. And there are some limitations to it. Alright, I'm gonna create that bottleneck there. That will cause these guys to kind of have to struggle to get to me. Give me a little bit more room. Now, let's see. We can't go into that land of power. And I'm a little bit reluctant to go off to the above me. Directly above me here, because I could very easily cut off this exit to the crossroads, and I don't know when we would see the next one that we can actually take. So we're just going to head over here. We can grab this orb of shielding. Oh, that, the rock snakes are making me think maybe not. Maybe that's not the best idea. I think I want to first de-aggro the rock snakes before anything else. And let's see, we are at, let's see, 5 thornless roads. Are we? Oh, we're at 10 onyx already. I did not even notice that. That is very lucky. So, that went actually pretty smoothly. You know, cheesing lands like that used to be something that I did all the time. And it's pretty effective. But it's something that I have kind of tried to do less as I've gotten better at the game, because it feels a little bit too easy in a lot of cases, though with the zebra I think that is not at all the case. I think that the zebra is a land that can be so difficult that even cheese strats are pretty dangerous. You know, I used to use cheese strats a lot in the mirrored land. I don't anymore because that land has actually become a lot easier. We haven't, I don't think we've done the Ivory Tower in quite a long time, and it's right here. It's quite wobbly, but it's an interesting land because of the odd effects of the geometry. Let's see, can we jump up to this ladder? Yes, we can. There we go. It's a little bit hard to tell sometimes what jumps are possible. That's something that I'm still kind of getting used to. Oh dear, so that was a mistake, because we have to... It looks like we can get around that just fine, but I forgot that ladders count as stable ground, and so gargoyles can turn into stone on them. They only turn into stone on stable ground. If they're on unstable ground like that, they'll just disappear, which I think is better than the rocks falling. It seems like you could easily get crushed, which actually might not be that much more difficult than... Oh, that was a mistake. There we go. Than some of the more difficult lands that we face in this game. Alright, that works. That's fine. So, I am noticing that there are kind of some opportunities to get blocked in this land that I haven't really known to pay attention to yet, and I have gotten kind of lucky in a lot of cases. But that's something that we definitely need to be aware of, that we don't have the freedom of movement that we're used to. I do want to get... Let's see, can we jump up onto this? Yes, we can. I do want to focus on going to the left. Because one of the things I haven't really played around with, and I know that we're not going to cover hardly any ground at all. I don't even know if we'll cover the distance between 2 entrances. But I do kind of want to focus on trying to go left whenever possible, because I want to kind of see the effect, see if we make any headway at all, and my bet is that we don't. So that's our 10th 10th ivory figurine. So now we want to make our way back down, and of course you can see immediately we're already passing some statues, some dead gargoyles that we left behind, so that's just reinforcing. Yep, they're right there. We're just passing things we've left behind, because all of the going to the left that we can do is not going to take us very far. But we're going to head as far to the left as we can, and the further left we head, the more power to head left we will have. In the sense that, you know, we'll cover more ground relative to the Great Wall, the further to the left we go. Or, I mean, the further down we go, the more ground we'll be able to cover. And it looks like we might have gone one door to the left. It's a little hard to tell. I don't think we went to even a zone to the left. And I would bet that any movement to the left we managed was mostly in that last part when I was spiraling down into the left. Or possibly, very early on when we started that. So that is 2 lands that we don't visit very often, knocked out very quickly. And I want to actually check the time. Alright, so this is going to be a shorter episode, but I do think it's a good time to wrap it up. In the next episode, we will continue to try and take on some lands that we don't see all that often, don't take on all that often. And just keep trying to, make our way. We're very far away from it at this point, but make our way toward Hyperstones. And, we only need 5 more roses. So that's something to consider. The clearing is always really exciting. And there's lots of other lands that could be fun to visit, so all that will be coming up in the future. Until then, let's try and find ourselves an orb of safety before we get eaten up. And let's see, is that one? That's an orb of storms. We're seeing a lot of orbs of storms. It's still, I still have trouble telling them apart at a distance because I can't see their edges all that well, but here is an orb of safety for us. So that will wrap it up, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.